And now, live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
And yes, here we are again another day committed to helping you win in any marketplace. That's the goal of a consumer quarterback show here in Tampa Bay. Almost 7 years on air now, helping you as your consumer advocate. And we want you to think about this show as the hub of your financial, your business, your health, will, all of those spokes extending out, representing another one of our preferred partners, our on-air expert contributors in over 80 different categories of expert contributor advice here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. And we want to have engagement from you. And we've had an uptick in calls lately since we moved over to AM 860, The Answer, and of course 1025 The Bone on the weekends. So we want you to save our hotline number in your phone. At some point you're going to need it. 813-670-7372.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
813-670-7372. That's our consumer advocate hotline number. And make sure you save that in your phone. Bookmark our website as well, consumerqb.com. A plethora of information available for you on our website at consumerqb.com. You can see links there to all of our expert contributors, the finest folks in all of Tampa Bay and the Gulf Coast region that we've assembled, we've vetted, and we bring on the show to help serve as a consumer advocate here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. And this segment is brought to you by Taps Restaurant, the official restaurant partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. It's Taps. It's a local gastropub here at the International Plaza Mall. A great opportunity to go out and hang out and have some great food, wonderful ambiance, and it's got that open, friendly ambiance as well. So it's dog friendly as well. Bring your pets to your furry friends to Taps Restaurant, the official restaurant partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Now, let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you and take them up on special offers and incentives just by mentioning that you're a fan of the Consumer Quarterback Show. And just let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you, and they're going to hook you up with a free water with lemon every time you walk in there. So yeah, we got a great lineup today. Excellent content lined up for you here. We got Linda Ward back in studio. Welcome back in.
Thank you very much. Happy to be here.
Gulfside Healthcare Services, you're the CEO.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, awesome. We're going to talk about some of your community partnerships today.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Sounds good. And we've got Lisa Lawrence. She's the owner and certified senior advisor, Care Patrol. Welcome in.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Hey, my pleasure. Yeah, give us a little teaser, a little overview of what we're going to talk about today.
We're going to talk about some partnerships. We're going to talk about how we help seniors and their families in the community.
Awesome. Very good. And that is a lot of times it's an overlooked demographic of our community. We talk a lot about millennials and the children and, but the seniors sometimes, that's they're forgotten in some cases. So that's great. I appreciate you guys bringing that in today. So as you know, I'm the owner of the Platinum MVP team, Keller Williams Realty. I want to let you know about a hot listing that we just took over the weekend. We got a commercial opportunity in Clearwater, 1100 South Myrtle Avenue. This is close to downtown Clearwater, close to the beach. Great opportunity. Now, this is a large lot, 220 feet by 165, I believe. And there's a building on the property, so that could be renovated or tore down. 1100 South Myrtle Avenue in Clearwater. Great opportunity to purchase real estate here in one of the best cities in the United States. You look at the best market as well with the low mortgage rates right now that we're seeing. Great opportunity here in Tampa Bay. 5822 Schooner Way is another residential real estate property that we have that is waterfront, 2-story, completely remodeled, beautiful property here at 5822 Schooner Way in Tampa on a freshwater canal with a boat dock that leads out to the bay, freshwater canal as well. Great opportunities here. Check out all of our listings at platinummvpteam.com. platinummvpteam.com. All right, let's jump right into it. So Gulfside Healthcare Services is growing and expanding organization. And, with that comes opportunity to connect within the community and community partnerships. So, Linda, if you would, please tell us a little bit more about your partnership with Care Patrol.
I'm very happy to do so. Well, as we've discussed before, Gulfside Healthcare Services has 3 different service lines: senior home health care, skilled home health, palliative care and hospice care. And we have now expanded from Pasco into Pinellas and Hillsborough and Hernando. And along the way, I have the fortunate opportunity to meet strong business leaders and service providers that serve the community with the same mission that we have, the same attention to seniors in need, and really that want to provide the highest quality of services. So I am so happy that I've met Lisa Lawrence, who is the owner of Care Patrol. And we started out by meeting and discovering that we have very similar philosophies, we have similar missions, and we really just want to serve people in need together. And so we formed the ability to be in the community together, serving people in need and helping each other out as we identify needs that possibly our own organization doesn't serve or cannot serve. But being able to refer to someone that I trust, that I feel has highest quality of services, really is what is important to me in partnerships, and that is Lisa Lawrence.
Absolutely. I like that. So Lisa, would you tell us a little bit about what you guys offer?
So what Care Patrol does is we help families find independent living, assisted living, memory care, even in-home care for their loved ones. And it's sort of a concierge service. We don't charge a fee for our services. We get paid by the thousands of quality facilities that we work with. But how we can coordinate with Linda and her organization is sometimes they see people who are living in their homes who really aren't safe to be there. And our mission is to keep seniors safe. So that's what we're striving for. We'll go into the home and we'll just kind of be the problem solver to try to figure out what they need that's going to keep them safe, whether it be in their home or somewhere else. We'll help them, find a place that's in their budget, in their geography, and that's going to be something that's going to be socially appealing to them.
Yeah. Well, that's a worthy cause there. It seems like, and sometimes in real estate too, as I'm going to different listing appointments, I meet with some older folks and, 88 years old. And there was just one recently too that I had a conversation with, and it seemed that he was telling the same story a couple different times, and it was kind of like borderline. And it just happened to be one of the, a little bit of an awkward listing appointment. I showed up and there were other realtors there. So I said, wow, this seems like it's, is there some kind of a senior hotline that people can call if there's a situation like that? Is it?
And there are those types of services.
Yeah.
Care Patrol offers a wide range. What I've learned, which I'm so happy about, is the types of resources that Lisa and her team has out in the community can then identify when people are in need of those types of resources. And you mentioned how sometimes we overlook the elderly, and when you look at the statistics for Florida alone, this has one of the highest, if not the highest, per capita. Over 65.
Yeah, exactly.
Residents living here, demographics, and so as people are aging, people want to stay at home, but if they can't, they're going to need good care provision by providers who know what they're doing. And so many of because we serve most of our patients in their homes, we're able to identify when they're getting to the point of no longer being able to stay in their home. And that's when, it's really a great opportunity to call Care Patrol.
Yeah, and Care Patrol steps in at that point, Lisa, and then what's kind of walk us through that scenario?
So we'll go to the home, we'll meet with them, their family, whoever wants to be involved, and we try to get an understanding of what their care needs are. Are they safe? Again, that's always in the picture. If you have someone with dementia, your challenges may be different than someone who has their mind, but they are not physically able to take care of things. So we look for solutions that are going to be specific to that particular family. And those can include a wide variety of things. Like she said, we refer to other organizations. If they need an attorney, we'll find them a good attorney in their area. If they need private duty people to come in and help them clean their house, even, we can set them up for things like that.
Yeah.
So we do try to, just kind of make a good environment for them wherever they decide to be.
Yeah, it seems like a turnkey solution here. And if you just joined us, I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes, your host of the Consumer Quarterback Show. We're talking with Linda Ward, Gulfside Healthcare Services, CEO, and also Lisa Lawrence. She's the owner and certified senior advisor, Care Patrol, here on the show today. And when you think about it, the families can benefit from both of the organization. And I think a lot of times we've talked about as well previous shows where a lot of times there's that one person that's just kind of caught doing everything, filing the paperwork, making sure the medication. So it can really strain a family.
It really can. And I, for both of our organizations, while we're serving the person who's in need of whatever that service is, we also expand that to the families, because the caregivers, and I know, Brandon, we've spoken about caregivers before on this show as well, the caregivers need that support. They need that education. They need to be, aware of what's out there for their loved one. And so we both help them with that as well. Some of the things that Lisa and I have spoken about that is really going to be exciting for our partnership together is to expand the knowledge base through various avenues, such as caregiver seminars, other types of educational programs, community outreach, panel presentations, whatever it might be. That way, again, it's offering this continuum, like a host of services available.
Right.
So people are educated and well informed.
Yeah. And then, and that way you're that turnkey solution. They can call you for anything, like as you mentioned, home cleaning services,
Right.
all the different aspects that come with that. So I can see you wearing many hats out there when it comes to what we're doing in the community. So stay with us. When we come back, more from our expert contributors here in studio. We're talking with Gulfside Healthcare Services here in studio today. And we also have Care Patrol as well here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. So stay with us. When we come back, we got a feel-good story of the day. As we always do, we want to tell you something good. Nurses are using surgical wrap to make waterproof sleeping bags for the homeless. Stay with us. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. For more information, go to consumerqb.com.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, this week we're going to talk about something exciting as usual.
We always have something exciting.
Yes, we do.
At least it's exciting to us.
But this is a question that comes up.
TV, hey, it is Friday night. We're not here. Yes, we pre-recorded once again because WeBeam TV is working over in Tampa with Dancing with the Stars.
62 Who Knew. I almost said Professional Mortgage Alliance, Joe's Bar and Grill. But actually, it's our 39th week. 62 Who Knew.
We're at the wonderful steampunk event at the Verizon Event Center here in 2019. I think it's still August, right? Yeah. Woo! Can't remember it.
Yes.
To be able to help businesses to do that part of it. But it's just been a couple years.
Well, and I've taken the business card files from our business cards.
Entrepreneurs and professionals of Tampa Bay, welcome to your hour for getting the information, the tools, and the connections for
Battles on Radio Influence.
Or you say left-hand white, and then they catch the left-hand white. What it does, it helps you quick with hand-eye coordination. Yeah.
Well, that's kind of...
As your super connector, we want to introduce you to our 50-plus show partners. We got over 80 categories of expert contributor advice here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, and we want to...
That's where we disagree, but that's okay.
I said nonviolent.
That's okay.
Because, we're one of the only states that don't give them back the right. We've got Jamie Limbaugh. He is from the Next Step image. I love that name because you were telling me earlier.
For the type of republic we actually are is actually very correct. Yet politicians and regular people use these words interchangeably, even though technically they are very different.
If you're an overdoer, overachiever, people pleaser, we tend to neglect ourselves. And even as Sisters Connected here, with Women Unscripted, I know.
You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, your host of the Consumer Quarterback Show, published author and professional speaker. Check out our book on Amazon, Become the MVP in Your Industry by Surfing the Radio Waves. We'd love for you to pick up a copy of that and let us know what you think about it. Back here in studio, helping you win in any marketplace. That's our number one goal as your consumer advocate, Gulf Coast region of Florida, and we want to help you win here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Find us on Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, Roku, and 85 other smart television outlets as well worldwide, but just by searching Binge Networks. That's the network that we're on, and you can search the Consumer Quarterback Show. Find us on your smart televisions as well. 4 o'clock drive time here on AM 860 The Answer, weekend show on FM 102.5 The Bone. This segment is brought to you by Infinity Medical Institute. They're located in Tampa here. Over 10 years in business, over 40,000 patients successfully treated with hormone therapy at Infinity Medical. They offer low T therapy, weight loss plans, cosmetic services. Example is Botox, improved sexual wellness, and increased energy at Infinity Medical Institute. Check them out online, infinitymedicalinstitute.com. Located in Tampa, 1715 North West Shore Boulevard, suite number 100 in Tampa. And let them know that the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. And a couple of hot properties for this segment here. I want to let you know about some properties that we've got listed here. 2435 Grand Boulevard in Holiday. This is a great opportunity for, again, another commercial opportunity. It's a corner lot. You got about 50,000 cars coming through here at this very popular corner in Holiday, Florida. 2435 Grand Boulevard would be a great opportunity. Currently operating as a nursery / car dealership, but got a call this morning from a car dealership. So this would be a great opportunity for that corner lot to be sold. Great real estate opportunities here in Tampa Bay. And we've got some great vacant land opportunities as well. Some vacant listings, vacant land at 1401 Seminole Boulevard in Largo. This is a commercial property that we have, and it's 0.82 acres. And you are able to put an office there, medical, retail, restaurant, goods and services. And you got a high traffic count again at this corner lot. Again, another corner lot, compliments of the Platinum MVP team, Keller Williams Realty, commercially zoned, and lots of other real estate properties available for sale. Reach out at 813-670-7372. Give us a call or a text, 813-670-7372. If you want to have a value check on your property as well, we'll do a free comparable market analysis for you. All you have to do is reach out or give us a call, 813-670-7372, helping you win in any marketplace.
Somewhere sunny and 75.
Okay, we got Linda Ward in the house, CEO, Gulfside Healthcare Services. Lisa Lawrence as well, Care Patrol. She's the owner of Care Patrol here in Tampa Bay. So we're talking about health today. We're talking about different types of services, senior home health care, talking about palliative care, hospice as well, different lines. And you got a fashion show coming up as well.
We do, December 3rd at Heritage Springs in Trinity, Florida. And it is a charity fashion show for the benefit of Gulfside Hospice. We are a nonprofit 501c3, so those proceeds go right back into patient care. We may not be reimbursed for. So
Very
come
cool.
on out, be with us. Dillard's is providing all the clothing. We've got beautiful models and celebrity guests, etc.
That sounds like a fun evening.
Maybe next year you could be our celebrity.
Yeah, I love the MC events. I love to do that.
Okay,
I actually did hosted MC'd the Wine, Women, and Shoes event a couple years back, and that was a great opportunity. I love Tampa Bay. It just seems like Tampa Bay really comes together to support charitable organizations.
Absolutely.
I think that night we raised around $150,000 to support. They do it through these different types of events. But you got a fashion show coming up. That sounds a lot of fun. That sounds like some good fun there.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We have really neat events throughout the years. We just got done with our Fall Brew Fest. We had about 20 breweries come. We also have a motorcycle poker run, which is coming up, and
Wow.
that raises at least $100,000. the sheriff's mounted posse have done horseback ride trail rides, and they've raised money. It's an interesting way to raise money and new ideas and events. So we'd love for any support that the community can provide.
Yeah, I love that. Putting together, these different types of events, it's something that's unique because there's not necessarily a business that offers that on a regular basis. I know some of the other ones I've seen with Children's Cancer Center, they do like a polo classic out there. So it's kind of around that time of the big races and all that good stuff. So let's jump right back into it. We're talking about palliative care, senior home health care, hospice care as well. And when you look at, how families can benefit from the working together, the synergy between your two companies, Care Patrol and Gulfside Healthcare Services, talk to us a little bit about that.
Sure. Families are such an important part of the care provision. And oftentimes, one of the family members is the primary caregiver for that senior. And so being able to alleviate some of the stress and anxiety and possibly even guilt that goes along with caring for someone is so important, as well as the fact that oftentimes, and I don't know, Lisa, you probably see the same thing, oftentimes by the time we start providing service, that family member, that primary caregiver, is very, very, stressed out, burnt out, exhausted, possibly ill himself or herself.
That's right. Yeah, I can see that.
I've seen examples of 90-plus-year-old spouses taking care of their loved one.
Wow.
And not being able to sleep at night because they're up every night, emptying the cabinets in the kitchen, for instance. So that is a not even a healthy thing to be trying to do at that point in time. It's exhausting.
Yeah. It really does. It wears you out. You look at another example on the flip side would be a young couple just had a baby. So that's a relatable scenario for a lot of people. But when it comes to this is the end of life in a lot of cases, the fourth quarter of life, and you're looking at a lot of emotions tied to it, financial stress in a lot of cases. So we're talking with Gulfside Healthcare Services here on the Consumer Quarterback Show and Care Patrol in studio. So when you look at that, how do you see this expansion happening between the two companies in the future, some future endeavors?
Well, I really see us just getting started and working together. And, when it comes to placement, we deal with that every day. We have over 600 patients on our service through hospice, palliative care, and skilled home health care. And when we get to the point of placement issues, it's very important to have knowledgeable resources because there's so much involved. And there are so many questions for family members, and it's a difficult choice. It's not easy. And having a knowledgeable service that really can provide great guidance to those family members, to those residents, patients, it's what it's all about. So I feel so good that our team can call Lisa and her team and say, here's a person, she is end stage cardiac or just had a hip fracture. She really has been rehabbing at home, but really cannot stay at home. And can you help her? And then the expert then can come in and help with the placement.
And then from there, how does that?
So like I said, we meet with the family, and what people don't realize, because there's not a lot of information and people never think it's going to happen to them. So they are constantly thinking it will never happen.
Yep.
There are almost 200 licensed assisted living facilities in Pinellas County alone, for instance. Some of them are hidden, some of them are visible.
Say that number again. That
almost 200.
200
Just
assisted
in one
living
county.
facilities.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So if you look at it from that perspective, how do you know as a consumer which ones are good, which ones are bad? They may look beautiful and have the nice chandelier in the entryway, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they deliver a good quality of care. And it also doesn't necessarily mean that they are licensed to accommodate the specific care needs of that individual. Mm-hmm. So we know who can do what in terms of licensure. We know who's good at certain things. We know who's not so good at certain things. We know who has a lot of turnover. We know who's got a steady staff. So we try to match people up with the places where we know they're going to get exactly what they need. They will be socially stimulated as well, because that's a big part of it. A lot of times seniors get very depressed because they're isolated.
Yep.
And they may thrive when they get into a more social environment.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different aspects to it, and it's a very confusing. I hear it all the time from people that we work with. I have no idea where to start.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to start. We help them get funding. We help with everything that we possibly can to get them to a solution.
Yeah, it's interesting. The mind needs a goal. As soon as you kind of limit yourself, limit your resources, your social, you got to have something to look forward to as a human being. I think that's one of the key things. I've studied a lot of Tony Robbins and different scenarios with that. But yeah, if you're not social and you're kind of confined, it's just going to lead to a downhill spiral in a lot of cases, at least from what I've seen.
Right, and then what happens a lot of times, let's say we find them an assisted living facility that they're going to thrive in socially, we can work with Gulf Coast to have somebody come in and do the therapy that need to be stronger and really thrive in that environment physically.
Love it. Awesome. Stay with us right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. More from our expert contributors in studio, and our feel-good story of the day is a good one. Nurses are using surgical wrap to make waterproof sleeping bags for the homeless. Stay with us right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey, I'm Ken Shamrock, and you're here with Consumer Quarterback Show. And I say, Brandon Rhymes, knock out your competition.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, this week we're going to talk about something exciting as usual.
We always have something exciting.
Yes, we do.
At least it's exciting to us.
But this is a question that comes up.
TV, hey, it is Friday night. We're not here. Yes, we pre-recorded once again because WeBeam TV is working over in Tampa with Dancing with the Stars.
62 Who Knew. I almost said Professional Mortgage Alliance, Joe's Bar and Grill. But actually, it's our 39th week. 62 Who Knew.
We're at the wonderful steampunk event at the Verizon Event Center here in 2019. I think it's still August, right? Yeah. Woo! Can't remember it. Ask an attorney about Florida law.
Yes. To be able to help businesses to do that part of it. But it's just been a couple of years.
Well, and I've taken the business card files from our business cards and changed them.
Entrepreneurs and professionals of Tampa Bay. Welcome to your hour for getting the information, the tools, and the connections
Ian
for
Beckles on Radio Influence.
Or you say left-hand white, and then they catch the left-hand white. What it does, it helps you quick with hand-eye coordination. Yeah.
Well, that's kind of...
As your super connector, we want to introduce you to our 50-plus show partners. We got over 80 categories of expert contributor advice here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, and we want to...
That's where we disagree, but that's okay.
I said nonviolent.
That's okay.
Because, we're one of the only states that don't give them back their rights. I've got Jamie Limbaugh. He is from the Next Step image. I love that name because you were telling me earlier.
For the type of republic we actually are is actually very correct. Yet politicians and regular people use these words interchangeably, even though technically they are very different.
If you're an overdoer, overachiever, people pleaser, we tend to neglect ourselves. And even as Sisters Connected here, with Women Unscripted, I know.
You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
And we're back. Brandon Rhymes here, your host of the Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. We are hiring agents right now. If you're a top producing agent, we are looking for a few select realtors to join our team at the Keller Williams brand and help you future-proof your business, utilizing our unique radio and TV show model to help you grow and help get exposure for your real estate properties. We would love to talk to you. Reach out to our hotline. Multiple ways that you can engage. Over 80 areas of show contributors here and advice that we offer out to our listening audience. And all you have to do is connect with us online. ConsumerQB.com is our website. You can see links there to all of our expert contributors. You can submit an email form as well if you have questions. ConsumerQB.com. Also, save our hotline number in your phone. At some point, you may need it. 813-670-7372. 813-670-7372. And this segment is brought to you by the Bilmar Beach Resort, the official hotel partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. And that's the beautiful Bilmar Beach Resort on Treasure Island, filled with fantastic and generous amenities to make your vacation that much more special. The Bilmar Beach Resort has been one of the most sought-after destinations in the Treasure Island area for many years. So whether you're planning a quick business trip that add a lot of little beachside pleasure or a long weekend getaway, every guest there has a great opportunity to swim in the pools. You got the beach. You got Sloppy Joe's Beach Bar and Restaurant right there on site. Bilmar Beach Resort, the official hotel partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. And none of the other competing hotels have 90% of the rooms that overlook the beach. So really awesome opportunity. Check them out. Let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. Take them up on special offers and incentives just by mentioning that you're a fan of the Consumer Quarterback Show. All right, we got a hot listing here. I want to let you know about this property on Harbor Point. This is a $2 million listing of mine in Port Richey. It's an ultra secure location as well. You got 2 security gates to go through before you can even get on the street. Harbor Point, beautiful property here, 6,700 square foot home, gorgeous property. Of course, it's waterfront, bay access for the fishermen out there. A great opportunity to own beautiful property here in Tampa Bay. And you have direct access, and you are out in the deep waters. You're able to fish very quickly here on the west coast of Florida once you get out deeper into that water. 4348 Harbor Point Drive in Port Richey. Gorgeous listing. One of my favorite listings as well. And 861 Mandalay Avenue. This is a Clearwater Beach property. This is a gorgeous beach home, 200 steps, and you are on the sugar sands and dolphin-filled waters of North Clearwater Beach. This is a gorgeous property, oversized master suite, and this home has so many updates and so many upgrades to mention. But most notably, in between the 2 structures, you've got a awesome like party deck / patio area, great for watching football games, outdoor shower, and just a gorgeous property here in Tampa Bay. 2 bedrooms, 2 bath, but there's a 3rd bedroom in the back. So you have a 3rd bedroom, but it doesn't have a closet. So you can't technically count that as a bedroom for MLS. So, all right, back here in studio helping you win. We're talking healthcare service today, hospice, palliative care, and lots of ways that we can help you here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. We've got Linda Ward in studio. She's the CEO of Gulfside Healthcare Services. And we also have Linda Lawrence. She's owner and also a certified senior advisor from Care Patrol. So a lot of things happening here, a lot of emotions. We talked about in the past. We've had the chaplains on the show as well, and so it's that 4th quarter of life. There's a lot of questions. You have a loved one that's just kind of going downhill. You see that there's challenges there. There's so many emotions that are coming in, and then as you mentioned earlier, I think Lisa, people don't know where to start. I think that's a big part of it.
Yes. So. If they take the first step and they reach out to somebody, I think that's kind of the first thing to do. It's also emotional. Little things are emotional when you're older. Just not being able to drive anymore is a huge thing for people.
Oh, yeah.
And then that starts the isolation, as an example.
Yes.
So, sometimes we can extend their stay in their home if we can hook them up with some home health care where they're having therapy in the home to get stronger, because if you're not getting up and moving around a lot, you're losing that muscle mass.
Yeah, that's right. The bone density.
So that's another way we partner with Gulfside, of course, is to get people stronger by getting them into rehab and physical therapy, occupational therapy, all those therapies. They can do a lot, but those are the big things that I think really tend to help people stay independent longer.
Yeah, stay independent as long as you can and try to be active and social. And I remember one of my early endeavors is I was a personal trainer and I worked at the Ritz-Carlton 52,000 square foot spa, beautiful place to call work, right? But it was in Naples Beach Hotel, right on the beach there, gorgeous. But I remember getting certified for one of the classes. It was talking about elderly care and how they emphasize, making sure they take care of their feet, and I was like, wow, the guy, he harped on feet for like an hour almost. And just, so these are things that we don't understand, but a lot of times it's an emotional situation. And then, and once you have something bad happen, somebody falls, they hurt their knee, they broke their hip. Now it's like a downhill spiral. So I think, for any of our listeners out there, why don't we do a text offer? If anybody's out there, listening to the show, you say, hey, I've got questions. This is just something I'm thinking about, or maybe you got a loved one that's kind of in this position. If you'd like to just text healthcare or home healthcare to 813-670-7372. We'll put you right in touch with the team here, Linda Ward and Lisa Lawrence in studio. We'll put you in touch. Just reach out to 813-670-7372. And you can simply text healthcare or home health, whatever you want, and we'll reply back with, of course, what's your name and email. We'll get you in touch through that line of follow-up. So here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, Linda Ward, Gulfside Healthcare Services. Tell us a little bit more about the community partnerships and what you're looking for there as well. A lot of business owners listening to our show right now.
Absolutely. From a partnership and an alliance standpoint and relationship building, I think that anyone that's in the service field, that is either health related or not healthcare related, that can identify people in the community needing services, it would be someone that I would be willing to speak with about any kind of, business relationship. Because again, people want to be in their homes. But if they cannot, then they need to be well informed. Yeah. And, that's why it's important for Care Patrol to partner with Gulfside. So there are lots of different service providers, geriatric case management organizations, other types of senior home care that might not be the skilled home care that we provide, companion programs. A lot of times these use registries that are hard to really have people that are consistent. So if there are organizations that provide that type of care, I'd love to speak with them, because that's another part of the continuum. Yeah. Before someone gets to the point of being ready to, change their living environment, maybe into a retirement community or assisted living. If they had the ability to have a 24-hour care provider, we don't provide that care. So if there are service providers out there seeking, those types of partnerships,
strategic relationships. Yeah.
Yes,
sounds
absolutely.
Like a real. The challenge of going from living in your home to the hospital or to an ALF, that seems like just a major decision. We talked about that earlier, is just the impact emotionally that people have.
It's a major impact, but on the good side, and this is something I've had experience in many, many years being in lots of different parts of healthcare, in addition to running assisted living facilities myself, and Lisa would attest to this, I would imagine. Many, many times people are at home thinking that's the best place for them. And once the best assisted living is found for them, there is improvement in functioning. There's improvement in some of their mental functioning. There's a higher level of satisfaction. There's more socialization. Lisa mentioned the therapeutic, recreational types of programs that are available. And it's getting there. And oftentimes, once that becomes the person's home, then they thrive.
Yeah.
People oftentimes, that happens in hospice too. People are discharged off of hospice. Wow. That's when they can go home with skilled rehab, or maybe they would go into an assisted living. So it's the toggling back between services. But once they, we have seen an increase in functioning for people many times when they actually are, move into an assisted living.
And I also think that part of the issue is people have in their mind that it's a nursing home that they're going to, not assisted living. They don't understand there's a difference. They remember their mom being in the nursing home or grandma being in the nursing home, and that's what they're visualizing. So sometimes if we can just get them to go look, they feel a lot better about, and they are eager to make a move.
Can you define the difference then?
Sure,
between
I can.
The two?
So a nursing home is basically a skilled nursing facility.
Mm-hmm.
Most skilled nursing facilities have two aspects. They provide short-term rehab, where you stay in the facility and you get rehab.
Yep.
And then usually when you're discharged from there, you get rehab at home, which they provide at Gulfside. And then there's the long-term care section of a skilled nursing facility where you're basically going to probably be there for the remainder of your life. The difference between skilled nursing is typically you're going to be sharing a room. It's a much more clinical environment. People who are in there are there because they need skilled nursing services. They have a GI tube. They have a tracheotomy. They need IV therapy on a regular basis, things that can't be done in an assisted living facility. So the assisted living facilities are more like, I like to refer to them as kind of like an apartment with services for seniors. Yeah. It's more
really
like a home situation.
From the real estate side, I've sold or had listings where it's a mathematical equation. It's a bed, you get X amount of dollars per bed, and it's more of that scenario. So there's a little bit more flexibility, I think, when it comes to that. But great definition there. When we come back, we're going to jump into our lightning round. We're going to get top tips, nuggets of advice, parting words of wisdom from our expert contributors here in studio today. Linda Ward, Gulfside Healthcare Services, Lisa Lawrence, Care Patrol here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Also, our feel-good story of the day is a local story as well. Tampa General Hospital nurses are using surgical wrap to make waterproof sleeping bags for the homeless. Stay with us right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
This is Chris Voss, former FBI lead hostage negotiator and owner of the Black Swan Group, and you're listening to Consumer Quarterback Show hosted by my friend Brandon Rhymes.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
Ian Beckles here with my...
All right, this week we're going to talk about something exciting as usual.
We always have something exciting.
Yes, we do.
At least it's exciting to us.
But this is a question that comes up.
TV, hey, it is Friday night. We're not here. Yes, we pre-recorded once again because WeBeam TV is working over in Tampa with Dancing with the Stars.
62 Who Knew. I almost said Professional Mortgage Alliance, Joe's Bar and Grill. But actually, it's our 39th week. 62 Who Knew.
We're at the wonderful steampunk event at the Verizon Event Center here in 2019. I think it's still August, right? Yeah. Woo! Can't remember it.
Yes. To be able to help businesses to do that part of it. But it's just been a couple of years.
Well, and I've taken the business card files from our business cards and changed them.
Entrepreneurs and professionals of Tampa Bay, welcome to your hour for getting the information, the tools, and the connections
Ian
for
Beckles on Radio Influence.
Or you say left-hand white, and then they catch the left-hand white. What it does, it helps you quick with hand-eye coordination. Yeah.
Well, that's kind
as your super connector. We want to introduce you to our 50-plus show partners. We got over 80 categories of expert contributor advice here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, and we want to...
That's where we disagree, but that's okay.
I said nonviolent.
That's okay.
Because, we're one of the only states that don't give them back their rights. I've got Jamie Limbaugh. He is from the Next Step image. I love that name because you were telling me earlier.
For the type of republic we actually are is actually very correct. Yet politicians and regular people use these words interchangeably, even though technically they are very different.
If you're an overdoer, overachiever, people pleaser, we tend to neglect ourselves. And even as Sisters Connected here, with Women Unscripted, I know.
You're listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, your host of the Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty, helping you win in any marketplace. That's our number one goal. And follow us online. We'd love to connect with you at Brandon Rhymes 1 on Instagram and Twitter. Of course, the Consumer Quarterback Show page on Facebook and link up on LinkedIn. We'll connect with you there as well. This segment is brought to you by Brothers Easy Moving, the official moving partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. That's Brothers Easy Moving, and I can tell you from firsthand experience, they are a first-class organization. They do a great job. Then they did a wonderful job moving my family to our new lake home over in Pinellas County. So real excited about that. Let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. Take them up on special offers and incentives. Brothers Easy Moving, the official moving partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. And a couple of hot properties here in Tampa Bay. We've got some great opportunities in beautiful Tampa Bay. Lots of residential, vacant land properties as well. 9200 Gun Highway as an example in Odessa. We've got a corner lot at 9200 Gun Highway in Odessa. This is a great opportunity to build new construction property here. 2.39 acres, zoned RSC-2. So you got half-acre lots or larger single-family conventional development, and potential to maybe change that to something different in terms of a commercial opportunity. But it's a very popular corner there at Gun Highway and Racetrack Road. You've probably driven that if you're a Tampa Bay resident here in Tampa Bay. 4309 East Frierson Avenue in Tampa as well. Another commercial vacant land opportunity. This property is just reduced. It's only $100,000, and it's a great opportunity to build down in the Tampa area. And you can put 6 to 8 units, maybe even up to 10 units, the owner tells me, there on the property at 4309 East Frierson Avenue in Tampa, Florida here, helping you win in any marketplace. All right, every day we're going to tell you something positive in our feel-good story of the day. We got a good one here today as well.
Tell me something good.
All right, so nurses are using surgical wrap to make waterproof sleeping bags for the homeless. A group of Florida nurses have found a unique way to help businesses, or the homeless rather, waterproof sleeping bags made from surgical wrap. Sterile surgical wrap used to protect operating room instruments is normally discarded. Now it's being used to recycle and sewn together by nurses at Tampa General Hospital to create sleeping bags for the homeless. Here's a quote. It says, I see all the sterile wrappers just being thrown away, so I thought, what a cool recycling initiative to help the homeless, said Nicole Hubbard, a nurse at the Tampa General Hospital. And the beauty about it is they conserve heat and they're waterproof. So pretty cool story there. She's really cool. And so far they've made over 100 sterile wrap sleeping bags and dispersed them to the area's homeless people. So that's great. That's awesome. I like that. What do you guys, any reaction from that?
I think
pretty
that's
cool?
great. I've worked with nurses for 35 years, and they are the most resourceful people.
Yeah.
They are amazing, very task oriented.
Right.
So that was
I
great.
agree. Yeah, that's right. So we're talking with Linda Ward here in studio today, Lisa Lawrence as well in studio today. And Linda, you had a unique story, kind of one that I think that hit kind of close to home about how this all kind of comes together.
Yes, I do. And, any major move for an elderly person is really traumatic. And if it's not the right move and it happens multiple times, it's even worse. And that unfortunately happened to my mom. I thought I was well informed. I've been in healthcare a long time. I have 6 siblings. We're all very involved. And when my dad died and she sold her home and, moved into her first assisted living, it just was not a good fit. A year later, she had to move into another one. We thought we did a better job there, and it was still not a good fit for various reasons. And finally, the third time, a year and a half ago, was the community, the assisted living that meets all of her needs. And had I known about that, had I known about Care Patrol, I would have absolutely reached out ahead of time and sought the help from Lisa and her team, because it's taken my mom a long time to really feel comfortable, healthy. She's of complete sound mind. She's, very, very with it. Her body is giving out, but it really decreased her functioning going through those moves.
Yeah, that's and a story that I think some of us can resonate with in the communities, and it's just part of that situation where, these are decisions that we have to make, and as the family members, it's too many times put on one person, and there's too much stress on that one person. So lots of ways that we can help you here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Linda Ward, Gulfside Healthcare Services CEO, and Lisa Lawrence, owner and certified senior advisor of Care Patrol. Any reaction from that, Lisa?
Yeah, I see it. I see it a lot. When we make decisions about where someone should go, we are looking in the future. Mm-hmm. So it's not just meeting the need they have today, but if they have a condition, say like Parkinson's, we know they're going to progress through that illness, and we need to make sure they're in an environment where they can get the help they need. Those kinds of things.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's jump into our lightning round here.
The lightning round!
I am so good at lightning rounds!
I majored in lightning rounds.
All right, here we go. So we got top tips, nuggets of advice, parting words of wisdom. Linda Ward.
Okay, if you have gone into the hospital for either a hip fracture or new diabetes or a knee replacement and need rehab at home, go to www.gulfside.org or give us a call. We would love to take care of you so you could stay in your home.
Awesome. All right, Lisa Lawrence.
If you are thinking that maybe it's time to look into some other options for you, things are getting a little more difficult, or you're noticing that your loved ones are having a little more difficulty, please don't hesitate to call us. It's free. We will come out and talk to you. We'll do an assessment. We'll make recommendations. It's up to you to make the move, but we will help you through it every step of the way. Just give us a call.
Awesome. And what's the website, Lisa?
Our corporate website is www.carepatrol.com. Our local number is 727-999-2713.
Awesome. All right. So as you know, I'm a published author. I do some professional speaking. Here's one I'd like to talk about today. It's called the Law of Correspondence. And understanding and applying this law is going to help you with your career, your personal life, in a lot of different ways. So most of us have heard the adage that the outer world is nothing but a reflection of our inner world. As within, so without, as above, so below. So we've seen that play out. Now, the Law of Correspondence basically states that our current reality is a mirror of what's going on inside us and inside our heads. And unfortunately, our brain is a 2 million year old organ, right? So it's going to point out the negative things, the things that we need to be careful of, that saber-toothed tiger coming around the corner that's not there anymore, of course, in the almost 2020 here that we're living in. So what you want to do is you control your thoughts, and remember that the mind naturally wanders. It's going to bring up these negative things at some point. But the power of focus, where your focus goes, your energy flows. That's something you want to be really careful of, and focusing on those key tasks or areas of business or life that you want to focus on. Take control of your life and control your thoughts, and that's the Law of Correspondence. All right, we got a couple minutes left. Let's do another round. Let's give us some more top tips, parting words of wisdom, or even plug your event that you got coming up.
Okay. Well, if you are a caregiver caring for someone in need of home health or palliative care, or is getting towards late stage and aren't sure where to call, give us a call at 727-845-5707, or go to our website, gulfside.org, and you can see all the services available.
Gulfside.org. Great website. All right, Lisa Lawrence, final thoughts.
So one other thing about Care Patrol, we are a national company. We have 150 owners across the country, and they live in your community. They know your community. They can help you find a right solution in your community. So I just want to point that out, because a lot of times down here in Florida specifically, the family doesn't live here. Right. Someone's retired here. So we are around. We are everywhere.
A lot of retirees in the state of Florida, as we talked about before. We've heard that before here in Tampa Bay, especially in the real estate side. We see it as well. So I wanted to point out, about a minute left here on the show, but we had a great opportunity last week or a couple weeks ago to film our TV show, the American Dream television show, with Warwick Dunn and Warwick Dunn Charities. They had a great Habitat for Humanity of Pinellas County. They had a home presentation. They totally stocked the whole house, everything from furniture to the kitchen area being filled with food. The garage had the lawn equipment in there. So a great opportunity to be there, and we're documenting that for the American Dream. There's the Reedy family. There's Mr. Warwick Dunn, NFL Rookie of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year. He won the Walter Payton Man of the Year. Home number 173 that they have worked with in I think 18 different cities throughout Atlanta, New Orleans, or or Louisiana, Florida, and Habitat for Humanity doing some great work here in Tampa Bay. So I just wanted to point that out. Pretty cool, great opportunity. Got the TV segment coming out soon. We're going to be releasing that on Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, Roku, and other places as well. So 173 homes. Big shout out to Work Done Charities, and all the good being done here in the community. We'd love for you to follow us online and connect with us. There's lots of ways that we can help you here. Again, connecting you to 80 plus show partners, different areas of consumer advocate advice here in Tampa Bay. That's our goal. We want to help you win. And a great show today. I want to thank Linda Ward, CEO, Gulfside Healthcare Services, as well as Lisa Lawrence as well, Care Patrol. She's the owner of Care Patrol and a certified senior advisor. Check them out online. And, of course, visit our website, consumerqb.com. You can see links there to all of the contact information, all of our expert contributors on our website at consumerqb.com. And our goal is to help you win, of course, in any marketplace. So we want you to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Pack up some food or clothing, carry it with you to and from your commute, hand it to that person that you see in need. Donate some time, donate some blood. Lots of ways that you can be a force for good in the community. And we'll see you next time right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
You've been listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Contact Brandon Rhymes at 813-670-7372. That's 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for The Consumer Quarterback Show.
Are you a real estate agent looking to take your business to the next level and supercharge your marketing? Hi, I'm Brandon Rhymes, owner of Platinum MVP Realty and host of the Real Estate Quarterback Show, syndicated radio and TV show talk program on iHeartRadio, 102.5 The Bone, daily 5 o'clock drive time on 1380 The Biz, and our TV show is on WeBeam TV. We're looking for real estate agents that want to join our team and supercharge their marketing utilizing some of our innovative strategies. We utilize the Real Geeks platform, Facebook marketing, internet marketing, and a lot of the traditional methods as well. Postcard mailers mailed for you, postage, signage, business cards, all paid for by the company. Aggressive real estate splits and ways to help you win in any marketplace. We need you to go out, take applications, and work our plethora of leads that we're generating on a daily basis. Reach out by clicking the form below, and we'd love to have a confidential interview with you.